Hello everyone, how's it going? Hope everyone had a great weekend. Hopefully everyone is safe out there, family and friends, and hope you guys are enjoying the sun as well. We do get that here in Vancouver. So let's go. I want to do this video. I got overwhelming positive feedback from everyone on previous videos I have made on trade analysis, on multi-time frame analysis, on price action structures and patterns. And I think everyone would like me to make more of these videos on education purposes. No problem doing that. So here is dollar CAD. Okay, I'm going to go over dollar CAD on a higher time frame and go into price action and a recent trade I took in June and how is my analysis on that and what is my management on that as well. Okay, so let's go. Dollar CAD here on higher time frame. If you guys have been following me for all this time, you guys know that I trade price action structures and pattern. I'm simply just looking for a completion of a continuation structures and looking for the next impulse, right? I understand what an impulse, correction, impulse, the basic understanding of price action. Okay, looking here on the weekly chart, I see this as an impulse. I see this as a correctional structure, and I'm looking for the next move down. Okay, and it's important to know multi-time analysis because I understand that this move is likely to happen, but I also understand that this move will take months to years to complete because there's a lot of correction in between. There's a lot of pullback or a continuation. It's going to take a while until it reaches that. It's not going to go in a straight line like this, right? Just because it's a straight line like this or a straight line like this. But if you drop down to the lower time frame, you'll see correction in between. You'll see pullback in between as well, right? So it's not going to go in a time that's so fast that you won't be able to catch it or capitalize it. Okay, there's always going to be opportunities down the road if we're seeing this move down to here, there's going to be many correctional in between that we can potentially um, get value on that. Okay, so going down to the daily chart, what I'm seeing here there on the daily, double top right here on the higher time frame. Okay, it's important that I keep repeating this that everyone needs to understand is the double top doesn't need to hit the line, just like my structures doesn't need to hit the line or if it broke the line, it's still valid. Okay, you guys have to understand what I mean here. Just because it didn't hit the double top doesn't mean it's not a double top. Just because it broke out of the structure doesn't make the structure invalid. Okay, because what I'm seeing is it going to show me once it break out of the structure? Is there a continuation? Is there a continuation correction? No, then this overall larger structure is still valid, right? And if I still see structure here, I still see an impulse structure and a correctional continuation, then the structure is still valid on a higher time frame. Okay, so don't get what we call married to your trend lines or whatever, or resistance line or whatever lines that you use for your plan, because market itself is not it's not perfect, right? It's not going to be textbook. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not going to be textbook because market itself is there's a lot of factors, right? We're just a retail trader out there, but there's banks, institutions, hedge funds, different sort of investments, right? Different sort of things going on every day. That is probably out of our scope as traders, but you need to understand that the market itself moves. It does a lot of different things that we as a trader probably don't even know, and you just need to acknowledge that things that you do on your analysis is not going to be perfect, but you're just looking for extra clarity, extra confirmation to trade, right? Trading is biased. I've been saying this over and over again. I have a bias based on my trading style and plan, and you might have a totally different trading style and plan and strategy and have totally opposite approach, and that's fine. That's how trading is, right? No one's going to tell you their trading strategy is the best and yours is the worst, right? That's not how it works, right? You adapt to a strategy and style, and that works for you, and you work hard on it, and you make it visualizing it, and you do it accordingly. Okay. So let me go down to the 4-hour chart to explain what I see here, right? So double top on the higher time frame. Structurally, we broke down into the pattern. We do see a impulse down, okay, and then we do see a potential continuation correction. Okay, so how do I confirm that? Again, going down to the lower time frame, excuse me, going down to the lower time frame here, um, we do see this larger kind of structure in the making, right? Um, Traders, in my opinion, at least new traders, often get caught up in maybe in this area here, whatever strategy or style they use, because price is in a correctional stage, right? So whatever trades that they generally take, it may be short-lived because they might be looking for a buy, going up to the top, but because we're in the correctional stage, their trades are often exit predeterminedly or just not much profit was secured. Okay, what I'm looking for is a completion of the structure, which we get here. We have a breakdown out here. And again, same thing as the higher time frame. Just because the price broke out the structure doesn't mean that it's going to go down right away. In fact, it can go down like this and then quickly form a continuation correction to go up, making this structure still valid, right? So understand that I'm looking for confirmation, and this is what multi-time frame analysis comes in, is that I can easily go down to the lower time frame to see what is happening in price, right? Is price developing a higher continuation correction? Are we going to see more down move, right? So here on the 4-hour chart, once the price broke out, I remember I mentioned, yeah, I mentioned that wait for a continuation correction, right? Because I understand this is the overall continuation correction from this move. So impulse, correction, I'm looking for the next impulse, right? So wait for the continuation correction to develop, wait for the next sell, right? That is how I trade. That is how I utilize multi-time frame analysis and price action structures, right? So that is kind of the review and analysis on it. And what about the management, right? If we zoom out, multi-time frame analysis, understand that uh, there's a potential low here, beginning of this move up here. I'll be keen on see what the price will do this area. So zooming down to the lower time frame for extra clarity. Do you see move? We do see price impulse down. Sorry, do you see price move impulse down? But once it gets here, it's a little bit corrective. Okay, this is kind of a descending channel kind of formation. So going down to the 1-hour chart, we see price potentially had this move up. We see this could be a potential kind of a continuation structure within structure. Last piece of the puzzle, price broke out of this descending channel structure and lower time frame continuation. And this is a message, I guess, I get from the market, thinking that this run is exhausted now. We might see a deeper continuation pullback on the higher time frame. And in my style and in my trading plan, looking to exit, looking to exit the trade for profit. Okay, so that is what I did. Um, I look for an exit somewhere here, look for an exit somewhere here, and then look to secure this profit. Is still about 200 plus pips or so, right? So this is still a very valid trade, still fits my trading plan and style, still fits my risk management plan as well, okay? So now what do I see on dollar CAD? Very simple. I'm still looking, I still have a bias of short, right? Because if we zoom out, multi-time frame analysis, what is it telling us on the daily? We're seeing that this is the impulse, this is a correction. We're seeing there's another impulse, very sharp. Naturally, I'd be looking for the next continuation, right? Naturally, I know price will start forming some sort of correctional piece here, and I'm still biased for a short, right? So making this overall structure a potential completion, okay? And once price gets to this low here, and this is what I'll reevaluate, is we zoom out a little bit, price is at the bottom of the structure now. It can do two things, and it is both things are valid, right? It can start forming bullish continuation reversal on a lower time frame, and we're still going back up to here, making the structure still valid, looking for a sell here, right? Or if it breaks out and forms some sort of continuation correction here, and we're looking for a short down to the lows here, okay? And if we zoom out even further, multi-time analysis, if price does go break out and go all the way down to the lows here, then what I'm seeing here, impulse, correction, and we're getting another impulse. Okay, and again, beginning of video, this kind of move takes years, right? 2014, 2015, 2024, 2025, right? So expect that in your higher time frame forecast analysis by understanding that that will take years to complete. And looking at the daily, you know that will take days and weeks to complete, right? So you have to understand that different time zone, different time frame, sorry, have different outcome. But when you do your analysis, they should generally have the same kind of direction bias. That's how you add confluence to your trade. That's how you add extra clarity to an analysis that you're doing. So it will help you to uh, fully grasp how the trading is, fully grasp how the market is moving, and fully capitalize on the trade that you'll enter. Okay, so there it is, guys. This is kind of my trade analysis slash review and management on dollar CAD. Okay, and I feel free to comment or ask question if you so, or suggest any other videos I would like to make as well, and I would look into those as well. Okay. So thank you very much for tuning into this video, and I will chat with you guys next time. Thank you.